Thank you very much, David, and thank you to the panel for a very illuminating discussion. Mr. Ambassador, let me thank you from the bottom of our hearts for those very heartfelt comments about our movie. We are honored that you took the time to watch this movie. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is pretty much a foregone conclusion that sometime over the next decade, the Chinese economy will surpass the U.S. economy in terms of total size. Now, that's historically significant for at least a couple of reasons. For the first time in the modern era, the largest economy of the world will be a developing, not developed economy. And for the first time in the modern era, the largest economy will come from a place other than the West. We decided to make this film not to retell that story. It is, after all, already pretty much the best known geopolitical story out there. But because nobody was telling the other side of the story. We spent the better part of 5 years looking for the voices and faces that gave body and soul to a feeling that something basic was missing from the mainstream story. It is a story that the mainstream media has, for the most part, neglected. It's a story that political leaders on both sides have, for the most part, decided not to tell. And I believe it's a story that the Chinese people are too close to tell. This film is the untold story of the true potential of the U.S.-China relationship. It's about the wider benefits of U.S.-China cooperation. It's about the dark side of globalization for the Chinese people. And it's about the common humanity that drives us together. Now, in the process of telling this story, we hit upon something quite unexpected. We began to tell the story of America, reconnecting with its core value of openness to others. And that openness, our cameras found, wasn't occurring in the so-called enlightened coasts of America. It wasn't happening in California or New York, but actually in the heartland, in what's called flyover country, where ordinary Americans could be seen observing the highly contagious frontier spirit of visiting Chinese who had decided to look at some of America's most intractable problems as opportunities. By looking through the lenses of ordinary Americans and ordinary Chinese who are seeking to bridge the physical and metaphysical distance that separates them, this film, I hope, will make a major down payment on what David Dreyer said was shattering the myths that Americans have about China and China has about America. Thank you very much.